Good morning to all the EMC Live warriors out there and everyone else that views this video later on today or this vlog later on today. And welcome to Barbados on this beautiful, beautiful morning. Who said you had to be here to actually enjoy the daybreak and the serenity and peace of the morning in Barbados? You can do so with us every day that we're broadcasting, which is Monday, Tuesday, Friday and Saturday on the morning at this time, and then on Thursdays as we do Q&A community events, and then when the season starts up we'll be starting back up our mobile office on Sundays. Good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to this beautiful, beautiful place. 166 square miles of heaven on earth. A beautiful, beautiful island. Anyone that's found the magic here in Barbados, that's found the serenity here in Barbados, will know exactly what we're talking about right now. What we're going to do is we're going to take you over and shine back on to the northern section of where we are. We'll let you know where we are in a few minutes. I guess you already know, some of you or most of you. But we'll be taking our time for our serenity prayer, looking in this location, how beautiful and serene it is. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with 20 seconds of silence. We're then going to go into our serenity prayer, and then we're going to give you another 20 seconds of silence as we take a rotation around, so you can enjoy the peace and serenity that we're experiencing this morning. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. What a breathtaking morning it is. Absolutely beautiful. We have some people that are obviously running for the camera. It's run behind me, but she didn't know I had a reverse option. Good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to this beautiful island. Thank you for coming to share your morning with us, for bringing your cheer and happiness and joy and positive spirit to our lives as well by doing so this morning. Thank you for all those that come on here, and welcome everyone that may not even know about this channel, but come on here and share their love and their care and their kindness and their words and their sentiments. Thank you again for being the EMC. That's what it's all about. It's all about we. I don't do anything, Jeanette doesn't do anything, we all do it together. Little bits by little bits make a bucket full, one drop at a time. So good morning to each and every one of you all again. As I said, beautiful, beautiful morning. Of course I have to go to beautiful, sort of beautiful. To all those that took that survey, I think last week it was, especially Blood. Jeffrey, thank you so much for indicating that she looks so much better carrying the load than I do. I know you were not talking about she looks better than me. You were actually just talking about she looked better carrying a bag. So as you would have seen if you were on earlier on, she is carrying the load this morning because you all, so you have them to thank for it, for carrying the extra load. Are you happy with them for making you carry the extra load? You are? You're contented with that because you look so beautiful carrying it?
It's no problem.
Okay. Well, as you can see, she is in the ocean this morning, so you would know how warm it is. It is really, really lovely this morning. It's absolutely perfect. There's hardly any wind blowing. As you all know, we have the Hurricane Lee up to the northwest of us, and he is producing a lot of changes to our conditions down here. Very, very light. Okay, let's go again. He is going to be affecting our weather in some ways or another. We have some south winds coming in. There's a north swell expected to come back off of him shortly, which will do a little bit of erosion on the west coast, I would think. However, we're going to walk this morning on a section that is absolutely beautiful. We could not have walked on under normal conditions up to a couple of months ago, because we haven't done down here for a little while, and pleasant surprises for you coming up. So let's turn around so you can look at the second best thing to look at this morning, or I should say the third, because I have her with me. So me, the best thing, her, the second best, and then this is the third best. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Just beyond here, we're actually in the area of Mullins. If you are familiar with the gas station in this general area just to the north of Mullins Beach Bar or Westmoreland Beach Facility or Beach Club, this is where the gas station is, just directly here, and also light and power station, substation, and also a massive cell tower. So we should have some amazing signal this morning. We are starting in this general area. So if our bus driver dropped you all at the wrong location, do not blame her, because we gave her a general area of the Mullins Gibbs area. So if you have to come and walk and meet us, please do so now. I don't see many of you as yet. I only see right now 23 people walking with us. So hopefully more of you will walk with us. Just come over here and join us and walk through this beautiful, amazing place called Barbados. This is the coastline. This is where we like to start Monday mornings. Monday mornings are always easy into it, very much like a Saturday, Docile Saturday. We end the week very slowly and calmly and peacefully until Nicole gets back all of her energy, because right now she's calm and serene. But then we start the same way on a Monday morning, then we work our way into the week. Remember, there is a north swell coming, so surfers, I know Soup Bowl must be great this morning, and I know you must be waxing up and getting ready for the ones that are coming into the north side. So hopefully we will get that. You'll be able to enjoy some of that surf as well. Beautiful, beautiful area. All right, we did here a couple of times, very few times though. It is beautiful down here, really, really beautiful. Beyond here, very difficult to walk to. There are no official boardwalks in this area or sections for walking in front of these rocks. So we thought we would come down here and start right here, and then one day we'll pick up from the other side of this area with the coconut trees and move in a northerly direction, which we've done before. But we are separating them today into some different sections, so we'll have some other things to show you in the future. West Coast standard, a small drop off this morning. It is beautiful. How many can't call a drop off? Hold on, let me get back over here. How many can't call a drop off? So what would you call it? A step down? So a step down is not referred to as a drop off. In other words, if a person came across here and stepped down, they wouldn't say they went into the drop off. You wouldn't think so?
That would be Kim.
So only Kim. What would happen to Southie if she were to step off of here this morning? She may go to her knees this time and no deeper than that. But normally, as you know, when Kim, who is our Southie, she's affectionately known as our Southie, when she comes down on the west coast, she usually has to start swimming from the time she hits the shoreline. She normally has to start swimming, because when she steps in, it's beyond her depth. I didn't start with you this morning, Kim. Notice who started with you, please. Keep all your attention on the person that started this whole thing. Alright, so we can be working our... Hold on a minute, let me show you how she saddles up with this here. Don't show you saddle up. I'll show you after you've saddled in. Okay, come, let's go. Don't forget to pick up everything, huh? You all like that, huh? She's far enough away that she can't hear me. She has her volume down so she would not disturb me just now. And also with her one block ear still, she cannot hear me. So I can say what I want about her right now. She is the perfect person to carry this weight. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Not saying any more than that. It just is that she looks so beautiful with it. So thank you again for all of you that decided that you were going to promote her as being the best looking person with all of that weight. How lovely. Yeah, Cheryl, I know you would like that for sure. I know, but you know, I didn't mention that you couldn't even come down here without your armbands, because every time you step off the water, you are flashing like a dog that has never touched water before. Arms flapping, feet kicking and going nowhere. So I know you're going at Southie this morning, but Southie, don't worry about her. Everything is cool. Good morning to Mary and everyone else. We're on the west side today, as you can appreciate. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, tell me, your sun come up over there yet? Yeah, raise up. They ain't got the clothes. But I hope I'll see it here soon. Alright, thank you. Alright, okay, sorry about that. Myself would just give him a call over to the east coast to see if his sun had actually come up. We got to check when we're on this side of the island. We really don't see a sunrise over here at all. But you do see some spectacular sunsets. We took some yesterday, which we will share later on. It has been a beautiful, beautiful September so far, as in sunsets, etc. Weather conditions hot as France. Now, I don't know why they call it hot as France, but I can tell you, hot as France down here is just scorching. I have to say, sweltering down here. I have talked to many Bajans. Some are younger than me, which is very hard to find many people who are younger than me. and some are a little older than me, but everyone has the same agreement. This is the hottest year that we've ever felt. That is not just coming from me. That's coming from other people that have been around for a long time and have experienced summer, that live on the beach and come into Barbados for the summer and normally say, oh, it's not so bad. But this year they're saying how hot the conditions are and how rough it has been. It has not been great conditions. Alright, so we know about this walkway here. We've been across here before with these stepping stones. However, they have been leveled better with concrete under them. So they're very, very nice at the moment. This place is called Sunset Reach, not beach, Sunset Reach. This is a villa that you can rent here. I'll show you the advertisement in case you're interested in staying at this accommodation right here on the water's edge. Hello. You look great with that load on. Oh yeah, she really does.
It's annoying. Yeah,
it's annoying. Why, it hits you in the back of your head and stuff. Well, don't blame me. Blame the people that said that you look better than me and that you should always wear it. And that was Jeffrey Evelyn and all of them that came on here and gave me a lot of talk. So thanks so much this morning, blood. And thanks so much to everyone. It's so nice to walk without a bag on my back, to be honest with you.
So is this considered my tuxedo?
Your that is known as your tuxedo, is correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. So you come across over here. Let me hold your hand for you because I want to make sure that I do not fall. Well, let me take it for you. Hold on. Let me help you with this.
You need to take this.
Yeah, I need to take this for sure. Let the professional do the job. Don't mind these people on here that are haters that want to tell me that you look better than me in it. We're going to put you down here for a few seconds while I put on my tuxedo. So, no, you're not holding this. I don't trust you. Oh, second. Oh boy, I don't trust her at all. Any of you that walk with us in the past would understand why I don't trust her. I have great projection in my voice, so I'm sure you can hear me. Alright, just 1 minute, here we go. Alright, so that was not too bad. I don't know what happened to her, why she was having difficulty. I guess it's a very technical thing. It
falls off maybe.
It falls off of you. So you sure you weren't throwing it off of you? Because this has never fallen off of me before.
I think it's because the way you're so big up here just stays there. Your massive muscles.
No.
Just hold it up. Your shoulders and your biceps. Just keep those straps on there.
Oh my goodness. I should have said that with a straight face. I would have felt so happy. But with the laughter she had, I know that's going to start off a lot of humor on here. You're laughing at her, not at me, I'm sure. Alright, so years gone by. You like to dip back to that all the time. You would have walked across here on sand, right in front of where we are. Not too far out, but it would have been similar to the beach just over here that we had passed on. But sand would have run right up through here. However, as you can see, it's all been moved now, and there's only coral there. Now remember, that coral that's dark like that, very mossy. That lighter one, pelt you down. All of this rock here, this coral here, is called pelt you down introduced 𝗱𝗲 to flora kind of situation. So if you come across here, you'll be very, very careful, and make sure you have on your right foot gear as well. I wouldn't even walk across those rocks. I would tend to walk in a band of sand if you can in front, or float your way across here if you do not come across where we're walking now, which is very comfortable and level. Everything here has been leveled off beautifully, so thanks very much for preparing it this way for the EMC to be able to walk our path this morning. It's beautiful, as you can see. Just want to show you the kind of steps and the way it's being designed. And let me just hold on a second though, because everyone is not as gifted with the physical talents that I have and the balance, the incredible balance that I have. So just give me 1 second. Remember, I also have a gold medal in tightrope walking. I'm quite amazing trapeze as well too, so it doesn't make a difference. If I saw a rope over here, I would swing right over this and do a backflip for you all. Obviously without the 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐴 and without the gimbal. And no, I'm not passing over the gimbal or the 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐴 to her, because as you heard, she complained and said it was sitting in her head. So we don't have any complaints to her at all. But you have little handrails and stuff coming across here. You can hold on to and come across if you'd like. And I'll just take you back over here, as I promised to show you the rental information. I will show you the rental information now, just 1 second. Just in case you are interested in renting in this area, this is who you can contact. We like to do this as well. We like to make sure that you know what's going on in Barbados, because that is what we're offering you, the best of Barbados. And of course, the beauty of Barbados through our eyes. We are a registered company, as you all know, although we do not operate as a business. We are registered EMC-Gatherings. We also are registered as the beauty of Barbados through my eyes, but it's now through our eyes, because my journey has been joined with me. Joining us is my co-star. So we've now termed it as the beauty of Barbados through our eyes, our hashtag, of course, because as you've seen from her photos, she is seeing the beauty for sure. any of you that were treated to those photos yesterday morning or had a chance to see them of the sunrise at Little Bay with Nicole on Saturday, I'm sure you would say, breathtaking morning. I must go there. It is somewhere you need to go to for sure if you have never been before. Alright, so we passed here. How long ago would you say is we passed here? Because I was telling me the other day, and you're going to tell me the other day, it could be 20 years ago according to Beijing.
A couple of months.
A couple of months ago we passed here going north.
Yeah.
I actually looked at it while we were passing. We passed here recently. But a couple of months ago, no sand was here at all. Water was coming right up to that Great Wall itself. There was no sand here at the high tide. Low tide you had a little slither, but obviously of course it was very low like that there. It was affected by any swells that were coming in. So you couldn't have put up any beach chairs in this general section. You can come down from the road up there in case you don't want to come around that bend. As I said before, this is just to the south of the actual gas station in this general area. Many of you remember Legends restaurant here years ago. That is just directly inland to where we are if you have those memories of that landmark. So we are on Mullins Beach, or Gibbs, not Gibbs, Gibbs is around the corner. We're on Mullins Beach. We're going to make our way up towards Gibbs this morning. Good morning, how are you? I'm not bad at all. Would you like to say good morning to our friends and family on Facebook? Spread. You can do a vlog later?
Good morning, everyone, and for calling from beautiful Barbados.
Oh, how beautiful.
We're on Mullins Beach. What a beautiful morning. And now I meet this nice couple.
Oh,
I'm from Toronto.
You're from Toronto?
Yes.
Oh, but you're Bajan originally?
I'm Bajan.
Can I hear that? I hear the Bajan accent there. No, you hear the Canadian accent there. You know us Bajans, we put it on a blender and come up with one kind of thing, you know?
Yes, of course.
So how long have you been back for?
This is my second week.
And you're here for how long?
A month.
Have you been here at community as yet?
I don't like that.
You don't like community?
No.
What, too big a crowd?
Yeah.
You don't like dancing?
I do, but
Yeah.
I don't like Q.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. You follow us on Q because we do Q broadcasts every Thursday.
Okay, yes.
And
I
join
do
us
watch
out.
it. I do,
Okay.
Sorry.
Wonderful.
I do watch it.
Wonderful.
But sorry. But yeah, I like the music. I like the three-step music.
Oh,
and
nice,
sing.
nice.
But I don't like for me to go.
Too big a
and
crowd and stuff. Yeah.
No, but I like going out. Well, I'm not an 𝐲𝐻𝐿 person, but I went on Friday night. It was nice.
Yeah, Oasis is wonderful.
Yeah, today I'm going to do an island tour.
Oh yeah, you have an organized island tour. It's something you picked yourself.
I have a friend named Shelly. She owns some villas up in Mullins Terrace.
Okay.
So I'm staying. It was my birthday, so I got to stay there.
Happy birthday
yes,
for sure.
Thank you.
What's Shelly's last name though, so we can give her a little plug here for her villas?
Shelly Arundel, and it's Mullins Terrace.
Okay, so
We have 3 villas.
Okay.
𝐶𝐸AGLE, Mama, and Blue Waters.
Wonderful. We like to give a plug.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful villas.
Awesome.
Yes. And what's your name?
My name is Nick, or Nicholas. I'm known as the 𝐵𝗎𝗏 warrior. That's the person that fights for peace and happiness and love and kindness.
Wow, very
And
good.
this is my co-star. As you can see, I'm the star.
Yes,
obviously,
of course.
Yeah.
We have to give you all that glory,
Of course. I need it. And
Okay.
this is my co-star, who everyone calls a star girl, who ignores me nowadays. But
she
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I'm
This is
sure
my
she
fiance Jeanette.
Nice
Okay.
to meet you, Jeanette.
All
That's
right,
my
awesome.
aunt's name, so nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and
wonderful.
I'm Kathy Ann.
Kathy Ann. All right. So if you can remember my name, Nicholas Dean, D-E-A-N-E.
I know you, Nicholas Dean.
You know me?
I think you and Barbara Treeloff are friends.
Oh yes, you know Barbara.
Of course.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Good morning, Barbara Treeloff.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, listen, that is wonderful. That's great to know that you know her.
I know Barbara very well. She's
Fantastic.
such a sweet lady.
She absolutely is. She's my fairy godmother.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
for sure.
Yes, I
Definitely.
met Barbara in Toronto because of my daughter going
Yep.
to school.
Yep.
And she works with Grant Morris with the Caribbean event,
Right.
scholarships and stuff.
Yeah, very
Yeah, I know
patriotic. The Barbados
Barbara. She
represents
works on
Barbados
the
all
Ball
over the world for sure.
community, And she works on the Sick Kids Foundation,
Correct.
the Barbados Canada Foundation.
And then she works on about 20 different things here as well.
Oh my goodness.
Busy, always giving, which is the way you receive.
And I want to say shout out to Team Barbados, the
Te-
Consulate General of Barbados at Toronto, Consul General Sonia Marper Carter, and David Gibbs, Consul, and the staff.
Oh.
And Peter Mears, because he gave me a catamaran for my birthday.
How
Thank
wonderful,
you guys.
how wonderful.
TMI. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
before we go, we're gonna let Jeanette take a photo of you and me here.
Yes, of
So let
course.
me pose off for everyone on the camera that's gonna be watching us live. Pose, smile, yeah, great, and then we do one this way. Thank
All
you
right,
so very much.
nice to meet you.
It has been a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
Especially as you know Barbara as well, because Barbara comes on here very often. She actually walks the journey, her own journey with us as well.
Okay.
Because this is just about us bringing people together that are walking towards a positive light. Whatever the light is, as long as it's positive and it's good and healthy and based on love, we just walk
Very
together.
good. Barbara's a sweetheart.
Absolutely.
absolutely sweetheart.
Wonderful. So am I.
Anybody
So
you
am I
wanna know,
actually. I'm a sweetheart too. Just saying.
Okay, Nick. Yes, you are a very sweetheart.
You have a wonderful day, alright? And enjoy your vlog, and then you can always look at yourself. You'll be starring on ours.
Actually, I think I do follow you.
Okay,
I do
wonderful.
Follow you already,
Absolutely.
the barber.
Absolutely.
I think I do.
Great.
Okay?
Wonderful. Thanks
Okay,
again.
have a
Take
good
care.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later. Okay. What a lovely stop this morning. I mean, I had to move from there because this lady would take away my stardom shit. So I got to make sure I move quickly. Good morning to each and every one of you on board. We have 29 at the moment. We do know that there'll probably be like about 50 that will do this live this morning. I know you want to see a little bit of beauty. Hold on a sec. That's not it. This is it. Good morning to you. Alright, so we're sort of like, I feel as though I'm doing a Docile Saturday because I'm really going nowhere whatsoever. Alright, so this is Royal Westmoreland actually on this beach facility. It's the Royal Westmoreland Beach Club. This used to be known as the Mullins Beach Bar. Very popular. A lot of people on cruise ships, believe it or not. Good morning, how are you all this morning? Alright. You want to wave off everyone this morning? Say morning blessings to you all. Have a great day, okay? Thanks again. Alright, see you later. Right, so we have taught these folks before, if you remember, in the water in one of our vlogs in the past. But as I was saying, people used to actually leave the Bridgetown Harbour and come to Mullins. It used to be so popular at one time. This beach was like, I would say, at least twice as wide as it is now. And right now it's almost low tide, so you can appreciate how much further out the sand used to go. You used to have a lot of beach chairs here. This was one of the main spots that were advertised a lot with the cruise ships and stuff. They obviously have stopped at shorter distances now, and obviously as well because here had no beach, or has had no beach. I don't know if you've seen the photos that we put up in the past, or photos that are being shared with the sea right up to here, with no sand in front of it at all. When we've had some north swells, the seas have actually come in here and hit all up in the floorboards and gone into where you see those chairs and stuff. That will give you an understanding of the power of nature and also the movement of sand that happens over time. Absolutely beautiful. One of the most, I would have to say, washing machine effect surf waves in Barbados is right here. When Mullins breaks, which is in the general area, the center of the camera, you will see the small inside swells there, but it breaks way outside in the darker water. When that is breaking, it can have some of the most devastating impacts on you. It is, although it's on a reef area, it's very deep and it tends to turn you around like a washing machine and spin you all over the place. A lot of people have got hammered out here. Also gets huge, I mean massive, twice overhead, etc. Big lefts, and they have some rights as well. Rights very hard to paddle back out through line up if you do catch it right and go far in. Alright, this is Adrian's Corner. It's another one of the options for rentals of chairs and also wetting your lips and your palate. This is one place you can come. He also has all types of stuff. You can see the different things that are advertised. Let me get a little closer for you, just to give him a plug as well. So even if you don't want to actually go into the Royal Westmoreland Beach Club, you could come over here and get your treats, etc. It is called Adrian's Corner. And as you can see, lots and lots of different options of drink. Rum punch being almost at the very top right after cold beer. Which sort of makes sense. Most people that come to Barbados and remember the rum punch first encounter with rum punch. As you all know, rum punch is designed very strong. It's based along the lines of 1 bitter, 2 sweet, 3 strong and 4 weak. So that means approximately 25-30% of it is pure alcohol. So sometimes people blend it with a fruit juice versus a lime, and therefore then it's even sweeter and you don't even know the rum is there until it bites you. And that's after a few. Now, have you ever had a bad experience with rum punch before on the Jolly Roger?
Don't remember.
You don't remember it, but you remember getting on though.
Yeah.
Don't remember getting off.
I remember the warning.
You remember the morning? Yeah,
No,
morning
the
after.
Warning. They
the warning.
warned about the rum punch.
And you didn't heed.
I did not.
Okay. Don't worry about it, people. I am making her smarter by the day because she's hanging around me, so she will know next time not to drink rum punch that way. Hint, cook. Person just came up here greeting a whole set of people. One Charlotte rum punch. That's all I have to say to you. I'm not going to say any more than that. Alright, so I know if Simon is on board, she's saying it's a stony beach and the west coast full of stones. This is a beautiful beach. Yes, there are a few stones on the inside section. A lot of reef and stuff has broken up, and a lot of coral, mainly coral heads. You can also find a lot of glass. From Reeds Bay going north is all glass, however, sea glass. However, I would say that just beyond that point, going around by St. Peter's Bay, down in that general area, you can find an abundance of sea glass. If you want sea glass, go in by 𝐼𝐴𝐿, drive right down to the beach area, park with discretion because down there's a fishing market as well. and then you can walk back in the southerly direction and find St. Peter's Bay. That's the easiest way to find that. You'll also find sea glass for your entire journey. So if you're looking for sea glass, that's the place to go. If you find any blue one, please give it to me. Alright, sea shed. We've heard so much about this over the last 2 days. I have never eaten here. I've been here to watch big north swells, and I've been here for a drink, but I've never eaten here before. So this is the sea shed. This came about mainly when the Mullins Beach Bar was actually privatized by Royal Westmoreland, which it is not anymore. You can go into beach facility there. I'm not sure of the paying options, etc. But this actually came wrong at that time because there was nowhere for anyone to eat or dine in this general area. Whether it's coincidental or not, that is the time that it happened, and this is being built up. As you can see, they have multiple layers and different sections. You can sit and eat at a beautiful, beautiful facility. Again, I've been on here with water right up to those steps, so you can understand that this sand is not always this strong or this high up on the beach like this. It does shift a lot. Now, I would say the last time we walked around this point was maybe a year ago at a very, very exceptionally low tide. However, we can do it now because over the last, I would say maybe 6 months, 5 to 6 months, they have been working and dropping a lot of boulders out here to protect the land on the inside section, the villa property itself. However, they have constructed a walk-in path, or I should say a boardwalk, along that section as well, which allows us to walk the entire way down now to Gibbs Beach and beyond. So that is a thing that I was mentioning before that is a great news for you, and that is because you can actually walk around here quite comfortably. I don't know if you'll be able to walk around here if there's a north swell. It doesn't look that way. There's a lot of water and a lot of rocks that are being washed up onto the actual boardwalk itself, as you'll see in a couple of minutes. However, you can walk around here for sure. So if you time like a low tide or any day there's no swell, you may get a little splash, but nothing too major. I'll show you that in a couple of minutes time. A lot of villas along here. A lot of these accommodations are still lived in, although some of them could use some repairs and stuff, but they are still lived in. And then you have some going up here that definitely are going to need some work on them going forward, which will also show you. So if you're like the billionaire, actually no, forget it. If you're unlike the billionaire that has a wealth of money that will not spend a cent, then you will be able to come down here and invest in some property. He would rather pay 108 times to come to Barbados rather than buy a property here, because he says that he can fly in first class 108 times versus 1 time to Barbados and buy a property. So he goes backward and forward just so he can travel in first class accommodations at all times. Don't mind he wants to pay economy and then get upgraded. He always does. I uses Stephanie to get them permission up to the first class without paying extra. That's what you call cheap, cheap, cheap. But then again, he says that's how he has his $1 billion, because he does not spend a cent on anyone. Let's give you a view. And you'll see there's a shore break coming in here now. You will see there's a set that's coming through on the outside. It's not really of any significance right now, but that is where the Mullins break is. We talked about it just now. The little one further south, that is still only probably about I would say maybe 20 yards inside of where you would take off when it's a big surf. Out here it gets really, really big, and it breaks the entire way into the sandbar in the inside section here. But this is how Mullins Beach looks this morning. Absolutely beautiful. Remember, low tide is around 8 o'clock this morning, so we are seeing the beginning of low tide, a strong beginning of low tide as well. Then you can look beyond and you can see right down on the other little beaches and stuff that we did not go on. Remember, we will start again on a vlog in that general area, so you can see that side as well. We want you to be able to come, when you come to Barbados, if you've never been before, or even if you've been before, you are not aware of some of the places. I'm sure there are many. There are a lot of Barbadians who have lived there all their life and not familiar with a lot of places that we venture to. You can research those areas and see if there's something that you really want to see, or if that is something you put off to the next time. That's basically what this was all started about originally. The journey was started to share all the peace and love and joy and happiness that I've been blessed with, along with the beauty that surrounds us. And then we said, well, what we would do is we make sure that if you were coming to Barbados, that you could use our map. You can look at any part of Barbados, especially the coastline, as we've done all the coastline, all the beaches, and you can determine to yourself where you actually want to stop at. A lot of people take island tours around Barbados and don't stop anywhere. They will get in a rental vehicle or get in with a taxi or ZM or another ambassador to the island and take a trip around Barbados and make no stops. That is not seeing Barbados. That is why we always say that if you really want to see Barbados, it's going to take you years and years and years. However, to effectively see Barbados, 3 days. First day we'll cover from If you're on the west coast, the west and the northern section, northeastern section along Pico Tenerife, maybe come over the top of Cherry Trail, take that view and come back in. Second day will be along the east coast itself, right up to say Martins Bay. Then you come back in through the center of the island, seeing how beautiful that is. And then the third time will be from Martins Bay right around the south, right around southeast and into the south. 3 days, and in those 3 days then you will give yourself the opportunity to stop at some of the amazing beaches such as this. Seeing this on vlog is nothing in comparison to feeling your feet in this sand and walking along here. Would you say that is an accurate statement? Yeah, so a lot of places that you've seen on the vlogs before you came to Barbados and started exploring and walking the journey with me, you would say that it's completely different when you go on them.
Totally different. Even pictures, it's just better in person. Yeah,
it's amazing for sure. So don't just deprive yourself of the serenity and the peace on this island. You know, if you're doing an island tour, start out early in the morning. Don't get caught up in the Bridgetown traffic or in the heavy duty traffic. And I would definitely recommend going a clockwise direction. But get our map out, go onto YouTube, look on the map where you have not seen or where you would like to see how it's like if you've been here 20 years ago. Before you come plan your trip. Obviously those plans are flexible and subject to change, but at least you get a general idea of how to maximize on your time while you're in the island. That's basically what we try to do. Make sure you see all these little areas and us explain to you the kind of serenity and the feelings that we are experiencing now. Alright, so this is the same area that I told you about was enhanced with these armored rocks. These are all coral stone. These are not the volcanic rocks. You're seeing a lot of the grinds being laid in Barbados. These are actually pieces of Barbados foundation itself. These are being dropped along here, smaller rocks on the inside, and then the concrete is being laid. Believe it or not, this concrete will get damaged in the near future because out here it does have a lot of swells that come over. Alright, so we're going to make our way back in this direction again. And let's go. Alright, so comfortable. Again, look at the discoloration of the concrete that you're on. Remember that, as you can see clearly, this is salt water that's got here. We haven't had any rain for a couple of days. So this is really waves will be splashing and coming up. So remember, most of the time there will be water on here, not consistently, but coming on, so you will get the growth of moss. So please, discoloration means caution. Alright, so when you see any discoloration in the concrete matter, you know it's caution. Here we go up, stepping up 2 steps, and we're seeing how there's really none on this section because the sea doesn't actually get here continuously. So you can see all of the water along this section here. So if you're coming through here at high tide, with any kind of swell, you're going to get wet. So be careful with your camera equipment. Bring a Ziploc bag, put it in your bag and go with you. Or find a very sturdy and durable person that looks a lot better than you and let them wear your backpack for you around these areas. Don't mind, they will complain. They have been voted and nominated to do so. This is the investment I was mentioning to you. I don't know what is happening here, who owns it or anything like that. However, as you can clearly see, there's a lot of work to be done here. The 𝗲𝗏𝗡 trails on the wall. Yes, 𝗲𝗏𝗡s do go on the wall, believe it or not. 𝗲𝗏𝗡s do eat concrete. A lot of people say 𝗲𝗏𝗡s do eat concrete. Yes, they do. They actually, if you move those trails, most of the time you'll find there's some of the area has been actually eaten out and forms like a little trench along the wall. You can also see the amount of maintenance that's going to have to go on the beach area. This whole waterway here coming down has been recently done. You can see that with the color of the concrete. You can see it's not even properly weathered yet. So I don't know if the person was waiting to do some renovations on this villa after all of this construction has been done that we're walking on. Maybe this is all preparation for their modifications out here. Not too sure, but right now no one's living in it. And as you can see, it needs some work to be done on it for sure. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. From cove to cove, you're going to be going oohs and ahs, but something we want you to see that you will not see in the south coast, and that is Moses flying up and down right, do his fishing this morning. He's probably going to be looking for smaller fish, bait fish, and then go to the lines later on. So he'll probably be casting a net. You don't see much of this in the south. You used to before, but you really don't see it anymore. However, this can be seen often on the west coast. A lot of guys still play their trade out here with fish pots and using nets to catch bait, etc. Beautiful. And I also love to watch the wake behind the boat as well. It's perfect conditions. If you want to ski or any of those type of activities, this would be the coastline that you would come on. It's usually very, very smooth. Right now the wind is a little bit out of the southwest or south-southwest. So you can see a little choppier than it would be normally, but not too bad this morning. Just barely wrinkly kind of thing. But beautiful, beautiful conditions. Look at this here. Piece of tropical heavenly view. Here we go. Now, there's one thing I used to always do in the past before I started this journey is once a year I used to walk the entire south coast, the entire west coast. Sometimes the west coast will be done in two stages though. Once from Spikestown right up to Royal Pavilion, and then starting for Royal Pavilion, going right up to Bridgetown and coming in, of course, the land where we could not do it on the beach. However, I did that at least once a year in the south and the west. I now do the coastlines all the time, so that's really not so important anymore. Yes, Simon, we do have a lot of these that have been washed up here. As I told you before, the sea is pushing the heavier matter up here. Obviously, it does not wash back down with the lighter water that's pulling off. So therefore, these rocks are remaining. These have not been put here by man. These have actually been washed up here with the heavier sea conditions that we've had. Remember, we have had north swells last week as well. There was quite a bit of surfing I saw on Church Point. We had some swells that were just about, I'd say, head high. Maybe a little bit bigger on the big sets. Consistently about shoulder to head high though. And we're working our way along this area here. Of course, I could have run across here, sprinted, hopped, and did a long jump over these, but I'm also helping our co-star. I have to take care of her. After all, who's going to take my bike for me on days that I need that assistance? Just 1 second, we're making our way down. Alright, so you may not even have known about this beach. Normally inaccessible before this boardwalk has been done, or at least since this beach had disappeared and then the boardwalk was done. You wouldn't have been able to get to this little small beach here. This is not a seasonal beach. This is here all year. However, it does get a lot smaller. But you can see how the rocks have been laid to protect the inner property. So that would be their actual property lines, and then they would have produced that walkway in front, which is beautiful. But once again, this villa, massive. The property is huge. A lot of potential here for investment into the island. You can see how big this villa would have been. You can see all the different sections to it, etc. I don't know the layout of the inside, but it definitely is a massive villa. And this is quite a ways back from the road. You can see the clearing just above there where the other buildings are. They're just on the other side of the actual road itself. That gives you an indication of how big this property actually is. Most of the villas in this area will have their own walkways down to the actual beaches. However, you can see what has happened here. You can see how the erosion has taken place over time. You can see where the concrete was laid before, where there would have been sand, and then there's a big drop off where the sand is being removed from. However, it is building. I would say this beach has built a little bit, quite a bit since I've been here last time. Once again, it is low tide, so I have to take that into consideration as well. But one more time, this is another one of the villas down here. You get the name on the side if you want to get an understanding of where we are. Go on the Barbados map, Google Maps, put in SANDOL, sorry, DALO. That will give you an indication of where we are actually right now. But what a beautiful, beautiful coastline. Swell's definitely beginning to come in a little bit, so we're looking for north swell later on, I would expect. Should be good, or is also predicted as well. We do talk a lot. Well, she talks a lot. I hardly ever talk. But when we do talk about things of importance, we want you to hear them and hear them clearly. Gables on this coastline, these gables have been laid out here for protection of the inner property with the wire meshing and stuff. We want you to be real careful, because right below the actual surface lays this kind of stuff, which is a piece of the rusted out gable wire itself. You don't want to be stepping on this. There are some sharp spikes. Now this one has a little flexibility in it because of its length, but there are some that are buried and just like an inch or so above the soil. So if you're walking these areas, please walk with beach shoes. If you insist on walking with barefoot because you want to be able to you know, feel the sand between your toes or on your feet as you're walking, make sure to keep your eyes way open, because a lot of these things are not seen. You see them all along here. You can see a lot of these rocks have actually come out of those caged areas along the top. So be careful when you're walking. You see one on the inside, that's a kind of reference of what I'm talking about. They're all just rusted and stuff because of being in the sea area. And all this section under here has a lot of those embedded in the sand itself. So be very, very careful, please, on these areas when you're walking. That applies to south as well, south and west. You've seen quite a few of them up by Worthing. We pointed them out to you in the past as well. So I would definitely say wear beach shoes. The kind of shoes I have on would not stop a penetration of that wear, but it will certainly blunt it a little bit. I may catch it before I actually go descend my foot right onto it. So that is something you have to be careful of. You will also see when these steps were laid, you can see where the sand would have been. No one is going to come put a piece of concrete out like that there. That's where the sand would have been originally. So sand does go and sand does come. But a lot has gone that has not returned yet. But it is gradually returned to the west coast. You can clearly see that, especially in the Whole Town area. Jeanette treated me to some more of her pictures from the past. Directly in front of Palm Beach condos. and you would have see 4 or 5 steps, concrete steps lead down to the beach from Palm Beach condos. Right now there's no steps. You step up in the wooden plank and then you step straight onto the sand. So that will indicate to you how much sand has stayed in that area since they've laid the groins, because that was a thin beach before, but nothing as big as it is now. Another one of the properties down here, this is obviously their entrance to the sea. They can walk along this walkway that we're on right now and enjoy it. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Hold on a second though. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. I know there's some people out there, especially like Joy, who likes to take pictures of me and put them all over her house. She told me she replaced all her mirrors with pictures of me, and she's also replaced all of her paintings with pictures of me. So good morning to you, Joy. Keep doing your snapshots. It's fine. I don't mind being shared around the world. Bring over as many friends as you would like, and just let them know where I'm from. I'm from Barbados. So here we go. Now on the conditions, normal conditions again. Recently, you wouldn't be able to get this beach from this side either. Don't mind, this walkway has been known for a long time, this boardwalk on this property. But the erosion on the other side of here is pretty terrible at certain times of year. If you came down here, I would have to estimate that would have been probably 4 months ago. We did the other side from Gibbs right up to Reeds Bay. And we had a lot of challenges in certain sections, even when we first came onto Gibbs off of the beach, off the road, sorry. There was no sand at all. We had to like climb over those small boulders and stuff. So happy to say some sand as we settle again, but we will show you that. Now showing you about man versus nature. Man laid concrete all along here with metal reinforced bars. This is what nature does to it. Just cracks it off as though it's a piece of paper being pulled out of a book. You can see more of them here. You can see how pieces have actually dropped off here and gone into the sea. So I don't know how long this boardwalk will be in existence like this, but as you can see, it's already weathering and taking some licks. Unfortunately, the more that this goes and decays, the further into this bush you are driven. So I don't know if we can get rid of that in time. We're trying to see what we can do. I will see if I can get my maintenance crew to come down here and level them for us. You see here again as well, is overgrowing our walkway and causing dangers and risks for my co-star, not for me, because I can go by here. As I told you, I am a certified and qualified tightrope artist, so I can walk across here right on the edge itself. But because of my massive structure and weight, I am very concerned about it, because as you can see, there's a big crack here. So it's not that I would fall, because I would probably spring off it or the backflip or flip or something. However, it may pull down the co-star who's behind me. So I'm not going to step too close on the side now to show you my skills, but I will save it for the right time and place to show you them for sure. I've actually been escorted here. I'm not holding her hand to stop her from falling down. I'm just holding her hand so I will stay stable. So she doesn't realize that yet, and nor can she hear because she's too far back. Alright, so this is all this area you can walk. We had mentioned about the amount of erosion that goes on in this general area. A lot. Gibbs Beach was a lot bigger before. You will remember the days when Down had a massive beach. This was one of the most popular anchoring bays for pleasure craft who were coming from the yacht club, or for local pleasure craft and personal, or for recreational uses. Used to come down here and more often this bay. This was the most popular bay at one time in the West Coast to bring to come down on your speed boats and more off. It is not used that much now. You can see how much seawater is coming up here. Hence, again, if you're walking these areas and you're at high tide, just be careful of your camera equipment for us, please. You don't, or yourself, do not go slipping off of here. I'm going to be holding one hand here and helping this beautiful lady across here. So, you ready for some help and support? Alright, we have 24-hour surveillance here. I'm sorry, Mr. Conductor, you cannot tap into their web camera. So, that's it. Now, last time I was down here, time before, they actually had that bush growing out here. As you can see, it has been leveled, so thank you to the people that have cut that down. I will let you do that with the rest of the trees that are across here. I know there are some activists on here that would say, man, see, great bush holds down the sand. Well, there's no sand up here, it's all concrete, so we could remove it and get rid of it for sure and eliminate some of the horrible looks that we're seeing out here right now. Beautiful shelf reef all along here, so you will understand that a lot of the West Coast, the sea looks perfect. At high tide you'll say, oh, you can see anywhere. No, you can't really see anywhere, because this is, first of all, a shelf reef, and then we have a live reef just on the outside section. You want me to keep walking? Okay. Are you getting bitten by
I
mosquitoes?
just want you to get off of it.
Oh, you want to get off of here? Okay, see, she's a little bit nervous. I'm not worried about it, but she's a little bit nervous about going across her. So, hold on a second. Oh, she's getting a little wet from the ground. Let me hold her hand, come. You don't come across here without holding my hand, because I'm the steady one and the man that's in charge here of safety and everything else. Alright, so, again, another entrance to the same property. One more time, warning, it's under surveillance. So if you come across here and you interfere with anyone's property here, you'll be in a lot of trouble. Alright, we did talk about how we couldn't have made that beach from this direction here. You can see how there's some sand here. We have been across here, we're being through the water. It has moved again, but it's still a little bit better, so we were able to walk across this morning. When I came here last time, there was no sand really on the inside section here, and the tide was right up, very, very difficult for walking. We also had a major problem there just on the beach you're seeing, like that coral head, I would say maybe 100 yards up from us. That was all exposed rocks in that area and boulders to climb over. However, the sand has settled. If you are looking on the webcams in Barbados, this will be known as Gibbs Beach number 2. You can get a camera view, a webcam view from the other side of this beach along this entire bay. You can watch the conditions of down here in the west coast. I like to use that as my main watching. I can look right down into 𝗲𝗏𝗏 Bay. I can look and see what kind of swell is coming through, and then I would know whether we're going into this area or not, as I did this morning. This property inside of here is up for sale. I just saw a for sale sign on it. Last time we were down here, we had some coffee. Well, we didn't have coffee, but we stood up and smelled the coffee as the people that were living here were sitting in the above section, who incidentally do follow us on camera as well. To show you nature, the power of nature, steps that were here originally, down here. Broken completely off with the severity of the sea and strength of the sea itself. Broke off the concrete steps and put them in this location here now. So steps have been built and rebuilt in this area many times. The one that used to come down here has sort of like stopped now. We don't even use this anymore. It's just an embankment sort of like to keep away the water off of the inside property. But this is for sale. As you can find the sign for you, so you can show you. This would not apply to the billionaire because he will not spend money on this property here. But this is just in case you are interested in investing in Barbados. Remember, we're bringing you Barbados, not just the beauty of it. We're trying to give you all the information on it as well. So if you are looking to invest in a beachfront property and you would like one in the Gibbs area, you now have that option. That was not here before. That sign is relatively new. There were no for sale signs on here last time we were down here, which was, let's say, 3 to 4 months ago approximately. Beautiful, beautiful Gibbs Bay. We're not taking any further. No, you're not getting an extra long treat today. We're going to go in, you see here, and we're going to just share our morning with you and our farewells with you. We're going to spend a little time here enjoying this peace and serenity, and we'll be thinking about you. However, let me just put up our yep, there we go. As you can see, our tuxedo is put away for now. She will wear that going away from here, don't worry about it. And scribing by the co-star again this morning. This represents the EMC being we. It's all about we. It's not about me. It's not about Jeanette. It's not about you. It's about everybody coming together and bringing their peace and serenity for the world and sharing it worldwide. The more that come on, the numbers that increase on YouTube or increase on Facebook bear no more relevance than we are spreading our love and cheer and joy around the world. That is the important thing about the numbers, just to make sure that our journey is being heard and seen by others to follow, hopefully. Not follow our journey itself, but to walk along towards a brighter and a more positive light if they're not already doing so. So we're going to go in and see here. You're going to come in with me. Does it look as though we can get in here, or it looks like a lot of reef? Let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. Let's go across in a slither of sand. Here we go. Right, so yeah, we have some sand here. You may not know, there's also a shelf reef on the inside. I will show you that right now. The same shelf reef that runs below there, you can see it's running here, but we're going to step off of it and hopefully find some sand beyond, so that we'll be able to give you a waterborne circle of love as our farewell for the day. And of course, I am here holding her, so she will be safe, because I am an amazingly skilled person with balancing like no one has ever seen before, so I can take care of her and guide her. Alright, so we have found some sand that's settled here, but just to show you what the surroundings of where we are look like, and show you that Gibbs is not all sand. However, here we go. Beautiful transparent water of the west coast. The beauty of Barbados is that every coastline is easily accessible in a matter of minutes. So whether you're looking for rough surfing or just rough, powerful conditions, you can drive over to the East Coast. If you're looking for same kind of conditions but a little bit calmer, southeast coast, and you come on to south, which is slightly calmer again, and then you come around to the west coast, which is like a lake. Now this would be, of course, conditions for the majority of the year. Some of the year this west coast can be as deadly as the east coast, deadly as the south coast, because these big north swells that come through very unexpected, because every day you wake up and you see this beautiful, beautiful calm water conditions and you think everything is fine. Then one day you're going to wake up and see a swell, and the way the swells come in on this side of the island is you may not even know that the sets are getting up until they're too big to get back out of the water. Shore break, very, very dangerous. So be careful, please, on all of the coastlines of Barbados. But if you want perfect conditions for skiing, great visibility, swimming with some turtles and some stingrays and some terrapin, etc., 𝐿𝐴𝐿 of course, 𝐿𝐴𝐿 Beach, or any of the coastline along here, you can do your snorkeling. Every point that you're seeing on these coves here are coral mass areas that you will find snorkeling as well. Remember, the armored stones are dropped offshore, have created fish colonies on them. However, you also want to go and snorkel right here. Be careful though, be low tide. Don't be snorkeling out here. In some of the areas you will find like a maze effect where you'll be swimming down little channels and stuff through the actual coral reef. If the tide is dropping, you can actually find yourself, you have to find your way out by using those channels, because it is too shallow to go over them and swim over them. So just pick where you're going, right? If you go down by the fish pot, you will find that same situation. If you go out there at mid-tide and it's coming down to low, you spend a long time out there snorkeling, you will find yourself not getting back in at all because of the coral reef and stuff. And you may not be outfitted for it because you would have had on your fins and not your beach shoes. So, from my amazing co-star who inspires me every day of life, who keeps me stable, creates a foundation for me and reminds me when I start to waver from that foundation, and from myself, of course, we wish you an amazing day. You see a fish down here?
The pretty one.
A fish, pretty one. I don't see any.
Stripes.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you can see them, but no one here has bionic eyes that can see through this water right now.
See through it.
No, they
Clear.
cannot.
It's the
All right.
West
So as you can
Coast.
hear, we're going to argue again. Nothing unusual, as I said before. So from Jeanette and from myself and from all of the EMC Live Warriors that have been on there this morning, sharing their love and kindness and care, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully what you're seeing today will encourage you to become a friend of mine, so I can send you a map and some information on how you can get up and start running quickly. Remember, if you commented this morning, you're not a friend of mine, it's because one of your friends are on board. The day that they're not on, you will not be able to comment. So we need you to send your friend requests to us, please, and we will send you all the information. Remember, the more of you that join us and the more of you that tell your friends and family about us, the bigger the EMC gets and the more love spreads around the world. This EMC is not to end with me, it's to continue. This will be continued. We have a succession plan in place already in case anything happens to me. We have our succession plan in place, because this is not to end here. This journey is to continue for the end, right through to the end of time. So hopefully you enjoyed our day today. Hopefully you enjoyed the beauty of this amazing island with us. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the classic conditions of the West Coast. Remember, if you go up on YouTube, there's nothing wrong with hitting a subscribe button. A like button, a thumbs up would be a great, received greatly by us. Thumbs down means that your computer will be wiped clear, your hard drive will be fragmented, and it will be cleaned out and wiped clean. So do not hit the thumbs down, because then you can find yourself in some serious technical issues. So thumbs up, please. And remember, for all of those that are on here, even if you don't go on YouTube regularly, just go up there and hit the subscribe button. Let us show the world how we are spreading our joy, peace and happiness and love. Let us show them there is somewhere that offers the beauty of life, and not all day unpleasantries and bad news. We start with the peace and serenity that can end your day. Have a great time, everyone. Please walk with peace and love with you today. Share it with your friends or anyone you come in contact with, even if it's by a smile. Remember, a smile can save a life, and a good morning can bring someone back from jumping off of a cliff. Have a great day. Love you all. Give away the blessings that have been bestowed on you. You will receive them tenfold. I am telling you that from experience. Give it away. Give your love away. Give your care away. Give your kindness away. Give your forgiveness away. Remember, to do that, you have to start with yourself. Have a blessed day, everyone. See you all later.